So this section is all about our company, and we will learn how we can create a company and how we will activate a company. A user can create a multiple companies as per its his requirement or her requirement. So it's all depend on you. Okay, you let's see our the home page of our application. So make sure that you are in your source directory, and let's run our server. So PHP artisan serve to run your server. It's taking time. Also make sure that your MySQL server is also running. So it is running. Let me. So now server is our server is running. Okay, and default we have a login page. So log in to your application 1 2 3 4 5 6, and when we logged in, we have a dashboard, our home page. So the first one is our company. We will learn to create a company and activate a company. And because we have a controller and model that we have already created, so we have to create our first route for the company. And let's jump to our editor and create the important routes that will be required. Okay, in your root directory, open the web.php, and so here we will comment and company routes. So we will easily distinguish where our routes. Okay, we will create a root group and a closure function and a default URI. So, and in group we will create our root. So this is how we can achieve. So root group, and in a group, so create a array prefix will be our companies, and the closure function. So save it. So we have create a group with a prefix, that prefix our company, all our the root that will be create in the group. So it will start the prefix companies, and the other one that will be create, maybe create store, and we have to activate our company also will create route for company. Okay, root group prefix and prefix mm, reference to companies function, and the first route that we will create get root. It will be get my user get method and will be a root. So after companies we have a root, it goes to our companies controller member that we controller we have created, and the method in controller that we have created will be a index, and we will name this root which will be a company dot index. Let's create a to get access our page view file. So we will create a get route, will be a create. Here we have to give a comma. Create, and it goes to a controller companies. Companies controller, and the method that we will use create method, and we will reference it to name, create a root name, which will be a, so it will be a small c company index company dot create. Okay, another post method. So post, when we submit our company to a post request to our controller, so it will be a store and companies controller, and the method will be a store, and we will give the name to this route. Name will be company dot store. Okay, let's open our controller, control P, and companies controller. So here this is the company controller, and we have index method, create method, and store method. And quickly in our index, public function create, so we will create return a view, return view. View will be our company directory, and under company directory we will create a file, create, and let's close it, and quickly create a directory under views. So resources, views, and new directory, let's new folder companies. So we have a companies. Let's change it from company to companies. Make sure that the spelling are correct. So companies and create. So under a company, we will create a new file, which will be a save it, create dot blade dot php. Remember that we will use a blade to for blade syntax. You can also create a create dot php, but we are using a some blade syntax, so we have to give the file name create dot blade dot php. So save it, and let's return h2 tag and create company. Let's jump to our browser, and we can access this route. You remember that we have just created our group prefix with companies slash create. Will this UI will go to a view, which is a create. So view company dot create not found, and come to our controller. So it is not saved. You see this is a circle. So save it and come to your browser, refresh. So we have a create company. Great. Okay. In a company now we will create our layout. So create a layout first. First we have to include our layouts. So we will extend which is a layouts directory and the main layout. So in our view, here is a layouts and this is the main layout. We will extend it this main layout. Okay, and create a section to yield our content. So section will be a content. So this one that we are yielding here, and we are now accessing this content section. Here we will create our all the layout of a page and end this section. So when we start a section, we have to close this section. So end section. So save it. And now let's check our heading to create page. So you see we have only a create company. Now this time we will access our footer and header navbar. So see now we have our navbar and footer and the create page. So here is our main business. Here we will create our layout for to create a company. Okay. So we will require a div with the class row. So because we have in our main layout, we have already a container. So no need to add a container. So we will only add a row, and under row we'll need another div with class column small, total 12 width, full width, and under that div we need another div for our title, which will be a class title, and another class which will be a column small 8. So under that div we need h2 heading to add new company, and column small a 12, and we need a column small 8 and heading 2. Okay, let's create it, and here we will create add new company. So we have a now row. I think it's making a problem. Let's control Z. Row column small 12, and under that div we need another div which is a column small 8, and another class which is a title, and under that div we need h2. It's not creating a div. Why? Oh, sorry. So we have to include a dot to create a div. So a row, a div, under the div we have a column, another div, column small full width, and a column small 8 width, and with another class title and the heading too. So we have a now row. Under that row we have a, you see a column small 12 full width. Under that we have a heading, a div column small 8 and title 2. And a class, another custom class that will be used. So here will be say add new company. So let's see in our browser. So add new company. So after that heading, let me this div. So we required a div with column small 4 width, 4, and under that div we required a anchor tag, and under this anchor tag we required a button. So let's create it. Div button, and let's set the button class will be button primary, and button blog. So we will require a full width blog, and here we will say companies, and we say space NBSP, and we will use a font awesome IFA. So class FA arrow circle left. So here we can go back to our company's page. So that's why we are creating this. Okay, save it and let's see. So we have a button. So it will go to our index page. So the other layout that will create a farm. So we'll create in the next video.